we all have goodness in our heart. And when there's those out there that don't,
Right.
and they want to be the dandelions in the lawn of humanity, yank them.
Yeah.
Yank them by the throat,
Quick.
throw them in a damn dumpster, set it on fire. Because, excuse me, if you don't, one thing about a dandelion, it'll grow 2, 3, 4, 5, and then your whole lawn is nothing but weeds, you know? So that's how I look at a lot of stuff, man, in life, man. And I try my best to keep an even kill and just be polite, nice, and endearing in a humanitarian kind of way with any and everybody I meet. I'll give you 1 chance, 2 chance. The 3rd chance, if I don't get that back, fuck you.
Yeah.
3rd chance, fuck you. I know what you're about, and I don't mind you being gone.
You still give 3 chances. I give like 1 now.
I know you do.
I give like 1. I give like I actually, you know, if I even think someone is like trying to do something, that's where I'm kind of like, you know, I'm pretty good like that. I mean, you know, there's some females that got away with a couple little more than 1, 2, and 3 chances.
Oh, well,
you got the heart into it. You know what I mean? But you know, when it comes to you know, the men, we got be a little more tougher on them.
Well, hell yeah, because men can be dangerous, man. And men always have it. Not that females don't have an agenda of their own, but sometimes you get people around you, they have an agenda. If you peep that out quick, you'll be like, nobody get out.
Yep.
Sometimes what I want to do is to see if that negative agenda that they have is a facade. Because if it is, how can I help you not do that? Because that's going to get you nowhere in life. Right. Because what's going to happen, you're going to run into a Big Daddy Swole, you're going to knock your fucking head off someday. I'm giving you the 1st chance. I'm going to give you the 2nd chance, okay? Somebody else out here in this world is not going to give you those many chances. And I've talked to a lot of guys, young guys, that want to have that tough exterior and that think they want to be a gangster. You ain't no gangster.
Nope.
You ain't no gangster. You ain't got no idea what a gangster is, you know. But everybody think that because they walk the walk and talk the talk, that they're a gangster. You're not. So quit pretending, or you gonna run into one day, or you gonna give your ass but 1 chance, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
So yeah, that's why I always try to lead with that, and I give you 1, 2, and 3 chances. And if I get to that 3rd chance and all of a sudden you're like, you know, man, I'm just lost. I don't know. This is why I'm this way. All right, let's start there with a younger person. Let's start there. Why do you feel that the tough is the way for you to go? Because everybody wants to have the tough.
Right.
Why do you feel that that's the way that you go? Why isn't it cerebral? Why isn't it creative? Are those the way to go? Because sometimes as young men growing up, they don't see the cerebral. They don't see the creative. They only see the tough. So the tough is needed. Sometimes in the environment you grow up in, the tough is definitely needed.
Yeah, of course.
Once you leave that environment, what I try to tell them is recognize where you're at. Because some places, sit down, be quiet. It's about business. Be a gangster on the paper. Be a gangster with your paper, okay? You don't have to be a gangster with your fists and pull out your gat and your guns and your heat and shit. You don't have to be a gangster. In certain rooms, this is gangster. The creative process. In this room, I think this room combines everything, but in this room, the creative process is gangster. You know, when you turn it on and you look, you go, oh, that's a gangster. I love that. This is a different room than the one on the corner.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but if you come from that corner and you try to bring that in here, sometimes you might be able to ruin, because this is going out to the world, you might be able to ruin what's out there for you because of perception, and you're putting that gangster forward. I'm just way, man, don't even think about me. And somebody's going, I liked him, but I don't want him around. And you just cut yourself off from some blessings because you're putting out a facade. Now, we know real gangsters. Yep. The real gangsters, that's what they want. It's like, well, that's my money. That's the world. That's how I get down. So I'm a real, okay, well then that's gangster.
They make a career out of that.
They make a career out of it, but they take the blessings with it, and they also take the consequences with that too.
It's always hard when you try to mix that world with the business world.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like like so many opportunities get shut down. I mean, I understand it because, like, you know, like having to drop that part of me was one of the hardest things I had to do because I became, you know, I was bullied a lot, like an extremely amount as a kid, like an extreme. Like, a lot of people don't know that about me, and so that's why I spent my lunches and my recesses in the gym, like all the time. I was always in people would like look and point and laugh.
Man,
it wasn't
somebody
like
was taking your snickerdoodles.
Yeah, well, it was worse than that. It was worse than that, you know.
What?
Yeah, it was worse than that. And so, you know, it was just that time. And then, you know, I ended up hooking up with some, you know, rougher dudes. And, you know, without saying too much, and you know, a couple of them ended up getting shot, and you know, and I'm like, man, I just need to hurry up and just go straight to the Marines. So
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You're both military. That's right.
Yeah. Remember?
I totally understand that, man. You see a path and you hit it, and you get the hell up out of there and stuff. And
that's the only way out. Because I mean, I had no other resources. I had no one I could reach out and touch and to pull me out of that situation.
Man, I do get
That's the only resource I had to get out of where I was from.
Yeah.
And then I had a gunnery sergeant tell me, man, just jump right into college. So I started to put myself around people. But the thing is, I still had that mentality.
Oh, yeah.
So it was really hard for me to pull anything positive out of it and then implement that from where I'm from into. No one taught me how to, or you even, how to acclimate.
No.
You had to learn that by being punished, by having blessings stripped from you.
Ooh.
Big blessings.
Man.
Big connections. You would get up there, get liked, and just like you said, we would get, you know,
hey, look,
ostracized from all of our blessings.
All your blessings, man, because you look out beyond that corner or beyond the blocks where you ruled and you had to be tough and you had to have a certain demeanor about yourself. Out there in the real world, it doesn't work. It doesn't. There's no real place for it. Like I said, you can be a gangster on paper. You can be a gangster in your mind with the things that you're doing, the maneuvers you're making. But when you come with a gangster's bravado, especially when you're a little bigger than most people, man, trust me, they won't say nothing to you, but they'll start the wheels rolling to get rid of you.
Yep.
And I've been in a lot of places, man. Well, I've had that. I walked through, man, like, I ain't taking shit from none of y'all, man. See, I can go on with that old lunchroom talk. Fuck with me and see and find out.
Yeah.
And then next day, you know, all of a sudden, your duties are less. You're like, okay, that's fine. You know, I don't want to do that shit anyway.
Right.
Next thing you know, they're less. The next thing you know, you get a lesser title. He's like, what the hell's going on? They're quietly getting your ass the fuck away from them.
Right.
And you don't even recognize it because you're not a gangster on paper. You're not a gangster in the mental. You know, but you're a gangster with the bravado.
Yeah.
And they're like, get that shit out of here. And the real gangsters talk to a lawyer. They gangsters on paper.
Yeah.
Woo, ain't nobody gangstered more money than a lawyer.
Dude, I mean,
ain't nobody gangstered more money than a politician.
Yeah.
And they ain't swung and punched and kicked nobody.
No. And that's the thing about, but they've gotten their beats down too. They've gotten beat down.
Yes.
Like that's one of the hardest things I've had to learn about becoming successful is the more that I could take disrespect, the more that I could take punishment from people and conniving stuff, the more that I could withstand and not losing my cool or my temper and blow up in front of people, even though this person deserves to get the shit knocked out of him for what he did to me. He deserves to get beat down. I know people that deserve not to be alive for the stuff that they've done to me. Right. But as I got older and as I became more successful and surrounded myself with successful people, I had to learn that the more callous I am, like not resistant to being attacked, the more successful I was able to elevate, because you have to be able to be almost bulletproof in a certain sense of way. And the more bulletproof you are, the higher you're able to go.
If you're going to be successful in a large way, you definitely have to be more and more bulletproof with every level you go to.
Right. You can't be so sensitive to it.
No, you can't be sensitive.
And it's hard.
It's very hard because some people are just downright disrespectful verbally.
You have to deal with it.
Yeah, you got to deal with it because you got to get past them, because sometimes the way that, when you got that bravado and you gangster yourself, that particular style of getting what you want can interrupt your life.
Oh yeah, the pride, the pride.
It will interrupt your life. And I always tell people, look, don't let a moment interrupt your progress or whatever. One punch, one's body, any of that.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, 18 months, 7 years, interrupted. You come back and everything's past you or whatever. Just imagine if you get into something, this got to shut down for a minute.
Everything's
and this is, man, I'm like, boy, this is happening.
Man,
but
I appreciate you.
If you get into anything, it's got to shut down for a minute.
Yep.
And somebody else is going to be, that you just starting today
They're
or
waiting.
started yesterday.
Yep, they're waiting.
Yeah.
They're waiting to take it from you.
Oh, yeah, they're waiting. They
Yeah, go ahead, slip up.
Yeah, slip up.
Be
slip
gangster.
up.
Oh, I hope he goes back to gangster again. I hope he beats that guy up. I hope they get to him.
You click on YouTube, it'll be somebody. It won't be your tag, but it'll be just like this.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, welcome. You'll be like, hey, man, I was doing that shit 7.
What's Razor doing on there?
Hey, this shit look familiar. This look real familiar, man. Where'd you get this from, man? Man, one guy was doing podcasts. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah.
Got some ideas from this guy a long time ago.
So yeah, man, once you hit your stride, man, you gotta stay there. You gotta sometimes take, and you, like you said, you gotta be very callous.
Yeah.
Because people are definitely gonna be disrespectful. They're gonna be coming at you from both sides. And in order to reach the top of the mountain, man, it is not easy.
No.
But it can be done if you just understand what you got to do to go through it, man. And the understanding part comes from, okay, I'm going to be disrespected. People going to be saying negative shit to me that I usually backslap them over.
All the time, yeah.
I can't do that now because I'm on to a bigger and better thing.
Yes.
And once you get up there, now you can to those that were trying at that level, now you're untouchable.
Right.
But you're running into maybe some bigger problems.
Right. Well, I mean, just talking about just being disrespectful. I mean, talking about robbing you. All that stuff. Taking things from you, stealing opportunities, talking bad about you and missing out on opportunities.
Man.
I mean, you're talking about there's a million different ways these snakes will crawl. They will build up a facade and make something up. You know, just the thing. And you just have to sit there and you have to take it.
The Big Daddy.